So I got it flowing. My water level is pretty low, but I'm afraid, like, I'm about 2 gallons over the safe zone right now, which tells me that this sump is not big enough in volume to hold my overflow. So if I have a power outage, I'm good on the return side because I have the check valve, but I can't put a check valve in here upside down. Am I correct? I don't believe I can. But point being is, if the power goes out, I got a 2-inch overflow, 1.5-inch return, right? Return, pretty good flow. And this is on like 30%, because if I crank any higher than that, let me make sure I'm at 30. I don't want to lie to you here. I don't want to get blasted. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm at 62%. I lied to you. All right, so I'm gonna keep it at 60. This is a Jebel DCP 8000. So good flow. I mean, it's flowing really nicely. Don't get me wrong, but I could deal with some more flow. But the sump is moving pretty good. I mean, it's moving. You know, I don't know if you can hear it, but she's moving. You know, and I'm keeping a constant level of water right above the pump. It's not creating any kind of vortexes or, you know, no kind of whistling or sucking noises or anything. I've got a ball valve right there. Got the ball valve closed about 1/4 of the way, because if I open it all the way, it will suck the rest of that water out. Again, I could fill it up more and keep a steady water flow. And don't quote me on that drip you just saw right there at the ball valve, because I have not hard plumbed it. Like, it's just stuck together. I haven't glued it together, and honestly I don't think I will, because if it drips, it doesn't matter. It drips right back into the sump, so it's not a big deal. And I don't need all the extra pressure anyway, because obviously it's working pretty well. So anyway, point being is, I'm thinking this 30-gallon tall tank is not, because of the way I made the baffles, it's not big enough to hold the volume if I have a power outage. So if I have a power outage, it's going to go above here and it's going to go on my floor. So as of right this very moment, I'm going to let it cycle for a while, you know, because you know, cycling good. But as you can see, I got pretty solid flow going on. It just sucks that appears as though I'll be not using this as the sump. I'll likely just buy another 55-gallon Rubbermaid and turn into a baffleless sump. Right now I just got a bag of, you can't really see it, it's like, can you? A bag of Seachem Matrix with seeded media, a couple of filter sponges just to float around in there. Really, to be honest with you, it's not really doing too much. But going through a filter sock, trying to get any particulate out of the water that I can. Because I started off with a 1.5-inch overflow here, and had to take it out and go with a larger overflow, which seemed to help a little bit. But again, I think overall my biggest problem was my sump is not big enough in volume to hold enough of my overflow. You know, I've had this sump sitting around, so it wasn't like I just made it, you know, but it sucks. I was trying to use it because, I mean, I did make it. I did pay for it, you know what I mean? Right now I just have a circulating pump. It's not even a circulating pump, it's just a pump. But a submersible pump, and it's moving some water, obviously. And then that piece of PVC is just to tie the air stone to keep a little surface agitation going on. I've had it running for a couple days without the sump, so basically had the circulating pump and the air stone kind of breaking some surface. Salt water's 1.026. Letting it cycle for a while, and I'll slowly start adding some live rock and stuff like that. And this is going to be one big frag tank, so I'll have kind of like a stairway if you will, of egg crate, kind of different elevations, you know, so I can have some low light, low flow needing stuff at the bottom and my SPS stuff at the top. But she's moving. She's moving water. Water level staying about the same. I'm not in love with the type of return that I have. I'll probably end up doing the flexible, you know, the black flex, not flexible tubing, but I forget what it's called. Oh, sorry, my vape is in the way. And obviously my overflow will not be an open hole. I'm gonna have to order the screen thing to go on top of that. But she seems to be keeping up. The overflow was a good idea. Thank you, Nemo's Reef Associate. I don't know your name, but your recommendation to go with a bigger overflow tube was a good idea. But I think my other problem is the sump, like I said, so I'll be replacing that. Right now I'm just cycling, and it's pretty nice weather, so fingers crossed we don't have a power outage. If we do, might have some water on the floor. That heater is just been replaced today. I don't know if it's even working. It's showing the light on. I have it set to 78 degrees. As you can see here, my tank went down to 71, and I got a new heater in there now, and it's already gone up 2.5 degrees, so, well, ish. So I caught it in time. I think it was only like that for about 8 hours or so. A couple of my SPS were not necessarily extended, but not looking bad either. I can't wait to move everything into that. Should be pretty cool. I'm going to keep some of the... I am so sorry about the Coraline algae, y'all. If I could bottle that stuff and sell it, I would. This is the biggest problem. See how tall that tank is? You can't really give it justice. My hand only gets down to about right there. Yes, I'm drinking and playing the reef tank. So I can only get about half to 3/4 of the way down that tank, man. Which is no excuse for the stuff that's on the top, because I haven't cleaned. I've gotten so tired of cleaning it. It's a really big pain in the ass. It's a big ass tank. If I end up moving everything into this reef over here, I can clean all the way down to the bottom, no worries. But maybe I'll turn this tank into a cichlid tank, because two big salt tanks is it's a lot of work. Yeah, there it is. You can see the bubbles moving pretty good. Oh wait, that's my just kidding. That's that pump moving those. It doing some pretty good flow. It's like I said, J-Bow 8000 pump. Seems to be doing pretty well. Wish that I could crank it up and get like ultra flow going on here, but it doesn't appear as though I'll be able to do that with the sump that I'm rocking right now. So I'll give you an example as to why. All right, so boom, I'm gonna go up perpetually. Watch the water level. All right, so if you can't see it, the water level is going down. It's going down further than I would like it to. Again, all I have to do to compensate that is add more water. Okay, I'm going to raise it back up now, sorry. I could raise up the water level, but then again, like I said, we will definitely overflow the sump. So, I'm bringing it back down to 60. There we go. Overall, the pump is awesome. It's a new pump. I literally just got it yesterday. But again, I just don't want to. I don't want to overflow onto the floor. So as of right now, in this current setup, that is about as far as I can go as far as the speed of the pump. And you can see I got some serious water breakage. You know, I got some good surface breaking. Turbo no zone. It's moving pretty good. I'm digging it. I just want to replace the sump tomorrow. I'm just going to go Rubbermaid. So this is a 150 gallon Rubbermaid, and I'm going to go more than likely a 55 gallon Rubbermaid. It'll hopefully fit back behind here, because it'll be a pain in the butt to move this now, which won't happen. So sorry, my basement's a mess. I've been doing a bunch of work down here and honestly not cleaning up after myself, so there's that. All right, water level went back up a little bit, so I think 60 is our magic number for right now. I just periodically move this pump around a little bit. And don't quote me on the 24-inch light. Obviously, what my plan is to move the 48-inch fixture over top of it. This is just so I can see what I'm doing right now. Yeah, so I think we're moving pretty good. It's nice and quiet too. I don't know if you can hear it, but it's not bad. You know, what you're hearing is the overflow, and again, it's you're also hearing a low hum. Wah. That's my the pump right there. All right, more to come.